Hey everyone, Joey O'Connor, and welcome back to another video, and thank you so much for watching. So today I want to talk about Jon Rahm, and Jon has the closest swing that would be considered like my textbook swing for pretty much every single golfer. Okay, so just a little bio on Jon. Everybody seems to know Jon Rahm. Stats are phenomenal. Now look, he's played in 150 events, right? Look how many cuts he's made. 135 out of 150. That's crazy. Had 11 PGA Tour wins, 8 international wins, 10 runner-up, 10 third place, top 5 finishes 47 times, top 10 finishes 73 times. You know, he's only been on tour since what, 16? What are you talking? 6 or 7 years? He's won over $51 million. So why am I showing you this kind of stat? Because he's evidently doing it right. But for most people and most golf instructors, he does not have a typical conventional swing, okay? So I found this video on YouTube, obviously, and this is from PGA Tour's website. And this is a slow motion of one of his swings. And before we start, I want to say that he's got a tremendous great setup, right? So even though his ball position's here, the center of his stance is here, right? And so if you draw a line straight up, he's starting off basically with his weight more on his right side than his left side, right? Or correct. He's got a lot of his weight on his right leg starting off, okay? Now, I'm not going to worry about his grip. He does not have a very conventional grip. It is a little bit strong, and he has a lot of space between his two hands. You can see this little dark spot. Yeah, that's actually, you can see like underneath his left hand, which you shouldn't be able to. But anyway, look at his setup, right? He's got this perfect V. His left arm is almost completely down the shaft. Now, the thing is, he's already started this. I can't rewind it anymore. This is just where they started the video at. So he started his backswing already. And I want you to notice, well, somebody else is going to circle his right leg here in a minute. I didn't do that. That was already on the video. But I want you to notice that how flat his feet are staying on the ground, which I think is absolutely wonderful. So here we go. Let's go a little bit back. So there we go, right to about there, right? So again, I didn't circle that, somebody else did. But I want you to notice this is almost picture perfect. And again, you see he's over his right leg, right? Okay, so notice that he's not all the way over it, but he is over his right leg some. Most of his weight, you can see now, is over on his right side. Okay, let's keep going a little bit more. That's good, that's good. Now, here's why I'm really showing you this video. Let me get to the very top. Now, you see he kind of shrinks a little bit. That's okay. But that tells you this is the top of his swing. This is his complete backswing. This is Jon Rahm's full swing. That is as far as he takes the club back, right? So you can kind of forget about this red circle. But his right foot's on the ground, and I want you to notice his left foot is still on the ground. His heel is still on the ground. He does something a little funky here in a little bit. I might not even mention it, but right now, that is 100%, I'm sorry, a Joey O'Connor textbook type of backswing. See how his left knee is bent just a little bit, but it's not way through here. Okay? Now, again, this is his top of his swing. I want to tell everybody, you do not have to have a full backswing to get the club parallel back here, right? Want you to notice, left arm is straight, and his club right here, what does this make? A 90-degree angle. See how he does not break his wrists, okay? A lot of people come up, they get to this point, this club drops down, their wrist kind of breaks one way or the other, but see how nice and straight it is, okay? So as he does his transition coming down, boom, look at that. He still has every bit of weight back on his right side, and he's starting to get what I call this C, right? I've mentioned it in a couple of my other videos. See how his body and his right leg starts making this C. Now, notice this too, and I'm not asking you anybody to try to keep your angles here, but he does an excellent job of keeping his angle. See how, I mean, his shaft is bending, but that's the shaft bending, but see how his arm is still straight? And the first part of his shaft is still here, making that 90-degree angle. Well, there you go. That's what we want to do. So let me push play again. Now we're getting down to here. This looks almost like his takeaway, right? But notice this angle. Straight arm down, club's making like a 90-degree angle, okay? Until it's time to unhinge itself naturally till we get down to impact. Now, he is starting to push off on his right leg a little bit, okay? This is a powerful guy, right? He uses a lot of lower body energy to get the oomph out of the golf ball so he can hit 300 and some yards. 95% of anybody who I would help, I don't want you to worry about that right now. We add this kind of power way on to make sure that somebody is capable of doing it or adding to it, right? I don't want anybody starting right off trying to swing like this with their lower body. But you can see he still has his feet fairly flat, but he's starting to kick off here with his right leg, and you'll start to see a little bit more power coming in here. But still notice this C back here before impact, people, right? He's not even down, the club's not even down there yet. Let's see if I can start it and stop it. There you go. Okay. Notice this C again. I know I've said it 500 times. I might say it another 500 times. I want everybody to remember there's no forward movement in the golf swing. I don't care if you've heard it 5,000 times from other people or you hear the announcers on TV every week. Look, he is not. Is he anywhere near over on his left side? No, he is not. There is no lateral shift movement with him. He starts off on his right. He continues to stay back on his right as much as he can. And here we are, even at impact, right? The ball's already out here. He's already hit it. See this nice C? He's not anywhere over on his left side. How do you get over on your left side? You let the club take you up. And you'll see what's happening here in a minute. See that? He's still back on his right side with this nice C. Not anywhere over on his left leg. Keep going a little bit. There you go. He's twisting a little bit here because he's so powerful, and the club head's a little bit, I'm sorry, his hands are rotating over a little bit, and it's a little bit kind of close and around. He's kind of like, you know, twisting a little bit too much. That's why his left leg is twisting now on the back side of his left foot of his heel. You, me, 95% of the other people, you're not going to look like this. Your club's going to go a little bit more straighter down here and up. But for Jon Rahm, let him do this. That's after the ball. Now look, when he finishes, the only reason why, let me see if I can go back a little bit. Sorry. Click a little bit more. So there you go. The only reason why he's standing straight is because his hands and his club head were so that it's bringing his body up like that. But look, he still has every bit of weight back here in the center of his stance. He's not anywhere over on his left leg, right? Okay. So there you go. So I'll tell you what, let's go back and let me see if I can just, let's get it back coming up here. Here's a full swing so you can see what it looks like. He's not moving forward at all, is he? Boom, right there. Keeps going. Swings up and around. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, well, there you go. Picture perfect swing from Jon Rahm, at least in my book and in my eyes. All right, well, thanks for watching. I'd love to help you with your golf game too. Make sure you head on over to golflessonsbyvideo.com. I'd love to help you. It'd be my pleasure. All right, thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.